In the far future, Earth was a forgotten place. 800,000 years had passed since the Galactic Council, a powerful group of aliens, had destroyed the planet. Now Earth was a barren wasteland, covered in dust and ruins. The once bustling cities were long gone, buried beneath layers of debris. On a distant planet named Xylara, a group of adventurous alien girls decided to explore the old Earth. The girls, known as Lyra, Mira, and Zara, were fascinated by the ancient legends about Earth. They had heard stories of a rich and vibrant world that had vanished in an instant. One day, their spaceship landed gently on the ruined surface of Earth. The girls stepped out, their excitement bubbling over. Their mission was to explore the planet's surface and uncover any secrets that might still be hidden. As they walked through the desolate landscape, they stumbled upon a large metal structure partially buried in the ground. The structure looked strange and ancient, but something about it seemed important. The girls' eyes widened with curiosity. Lyra, the leader of the group, suggested they investigate the structure. "This might be something big," she said. Mira and Zara nodded in agreement. They carefully made their way to the entrance of the structure, which was partially covered in rubble. With some effort, they managed to clear the entrance and step inside. The inside of the structure was dark and cold, with only the light from their helmets illuminating the way. They walked through narrow corridors and dusty rooms, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The air was stale, and the smell of old machinery filled their noses. After exploring for a while, they entered a large chamber. In the center of the room, they found a row of strange, cylindrical pods. Each pod was covered in a layer of dust, but the girls could see that they were made of a shiny metal-like material. The pods were lined up neatly, and the girls could see that they had some kind of control panel on the front. Mira's eyes widened as she approached one of the pods. "These look like they might be from another time," she said, her voice filled with awe. Lyra and Zara moved closer to get a better look. The pods were unlike anything they had seen before. Lyra noticed that the control panels had some symbols and buttons. She carefully pressed a button, and the pod in front of her began to hum. The dust on the surface of the pod started to shake off, revealing a clear glass panel. Behind the glass, they could see something moving. It was a person, human, with a strange and unfamiliar appearance. The girls stared in amazement. "Are these humans?" Zara asked, her voice trembling with excitement. Lyra nodded, still in shock. "It looks like it." The pod slowly opened, and the girl inside stirred, blinking her eyes open. She looked confused and frightened. Her name was Emily, and she had been in cryo sleep for thousands of years. She looked around, trying to understand her new surroundings. The alien girls tried to communicate with Emily, but she could not understand their language. They used gestures and basic signs to show that they meant no harm. Emily, though frightened, could sense that they were not hostile. Slowly, she began to calm down. The discovery of the humans in cryosleep was a major event for the alien girls. They realized that this find could change everything they knew about Earth and its history. The girls decided to awaken more of the humans to learn more about them and to understand what had happened on Earth. As they began to work on awakening more pods, they felt a mixture of excitement and responsibility. They were about to bring ancient humans into a new world, and they knew it was a task they could not take lightly. The girls were eager to learn more about the humans and their past, hoping that their discovery would reveal important secrets about Earth's history and the reason behind its destruction. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a new and incredible journey. The alien girls were excited but nervous as they prepared to awaken more humans from their cryosleep. After finding Emily in the ancient chamber, they knew they had to be careful with the next steps. The ancient cryopods were lined up neatly, each one holding a human who had been asleep for thousands of years. The girls, Lyra, Mira, and Zara, gathered around the pods ready to begin. Lyra took charge of the process. She carefully studied the control panels on the pods, trying to figure out how to operate them. "We need to make sure we do this right," she said, her voice steady but filled with determination. Mira and Zara watched closely, ready to assist. With a deep breath, Lyra pressed a series of buttons on one of the control panels. The pod began to hum and glow. Slowly, the lid of the pod opened and a man inside started to stir. His name was John, and he was the first human Lyra had chosen to awaken. John blinked his eyes open, looking around in confusion. The girls tried to be gentle and reassuring. Mira, who had studied Earth's history, said softly, "Hello, "We are from Zelara. We mean no harm. You are safe here." John looked at her with a mix of fear and curiosity. He tried to speak, but the words came out as garbled noises. It was clear that he didn't understand the alien language. Zara, who was good with gestures, stepped forward and used simple signs to communicate. She pointed to herself and then to John, indicating that they were friends. John watched, still confused but slowly calming down. The girls were patient, knowing that this process would take time. As the days went by, the girls continued to wake up more humans. Each awakening was a challenge. Some humans like Emily were frightened and confused, while others were more curious and willing to communicate. The girls learned that each person reacted differently, and they had to be careful to respect their feelings and help them adjust. Emily and John were able to help explain some things to the newly awakened humans. They shared stories about Earth, how it used to be before the destruction. The humans were fascinated to learn about their past and how the world had changed. The alien girls listened with great interest, eager to understand more about Earth's history. In the meantime, the girls worked hard to build trust with the humans. They showed them around the facility, explaining how things worked. They offered food and tried to make the environment as comfortable as possible. Despite the language barrier, the alien girls and the humans began to form a bond based on mutual respect and curiosity. One evening, Lyra gathered everyone for a meeting. She wanted to discuss their next steps and how to move forward. "We need to learn more about each other," she said. "We need to understand your history and how we can help you adjust to this new world." Emily spoke up, her voice now more confident. "We appreciate your kindness and patience. It's overwhelming to wake up in a world so different from what we knew. But we want to work with you and learn from each other." The girls nodded in agreement. They knew this was the start of a new chapter for both the humans and themselves. They were excited about the possibilities and determined to make the best of this unique opportunity. As they continued to wake up more humans, the girls and the awakened individuals began to work together. They shared stories, learned about each other's cultures, and started to build a new community. It was clear that their journey was far from over, but they were ready to face the challenges and explore the possibilities of this unexpected new beginning. The process of waking up the humans had not only opened a window into Earth's past, but also created a new connection between two very different worlds. The alien girls and the humans were on the verge of discovering something truly extraordinary together. As days turned into weeks, the bond between the alien girls and the newly awakened humans grew stronger. Lyra, Mira, and Zara worked hard to help the humans adjust to their new environment. They realized that understanding each other's cultures was essential for building a strong relationship. One morning, Lyra decided it was time for a cultural exchange. She called Emily, John, and the other humans to a central meeting area in the facility. The room was decorated with both alien and human artifacts, symbolizing the merging of two worlds. Lyra began, "Today we want to share our cultures with you and learn more about yours. It's important that we understand each other better." The humans, eager to share their history, nodded in agreement. Emily stood up and started to tell the story of Earth's past. She spoke about ancient cities, beautiful landscapes, and the vibrant life that once thrived on the planet. The humans shared old pictures and videos they had brought with them, showing the richness of their world before its destruction. The alien girls were fascinated. Mira asked questions about human traditions, art, and daily life. She was particularly interested in human technology, which was very different from Xylarian technology. "What were some of the most important inventions?" she asked. John explained how humans had created remarkable tools and machines. He talked about early inventions like the wheel and electricity and how they had evolved over time. The alien girls listened with great interest, taking notes and asking more questions. In return, Zara introduced the humans to Xylara's culture. She showed them holographic displays of Xylarian cities, their advanced technology, and the beautiful landscapes of their planet. The humans were amazed by the sleek designs and vibrant colors of Xylara's cities. Zara also demonstrated some of Xylara's traditions, such as their art and music, which used light and sound in ways the humans had never seen before. One of the highlights of the cultural exchange was a meal shared between the aliens and humans. The aliens prepared a special dinner featuring dishes from Xylara, while the humans brought some of their own favorite foods. The alien girls and the humans sat together, tasting each other's cuisines and discussing their ingredients and cooking methods. Emily tried Xylarian food and was surprised by its unique flavors. "This is delicious! I've never tasted anything like it," she said with a smile. The alien girls enjoyed the human food as well, finding it both familiar and exotic. As the evening continued, the cultural exchange became a lively celebration. The aliens and humans danced to each other's music, exchanging songs and dance moves. The room was filled with laughter and joy as they shared their different forms of entertainment and storytelling. The alien girls and humans also spent time learning each other's languages. The aliens taught the humans some basic phrases in Xylarian, while the humans helped the aliens with English. Although learning a new language was challenging, it was also fun and rewarding. Everyone enjoyed the process of teaching and learning, and it helped bridge the communication gap. By the end of the day, both the aliens and humans felt a deep sense of connection. They had gained a greater appreciation for each other's cultures and traditions. The cultural exchange had not only provided valuable insights into each other's worlds, but it also strengthened their friendship. As the sun set on Xylara, the aliens and humans gathered for a final toast to their successful cultural exchange. They raised their glasses and looked forward to the future with hope and excitement. The journey of understanding and cooperation had just begun, and they were eager to continue exploring and learning from each other. The bond between the two groups was growing stronger every day. They were no longer just visitors from different worlds. They were friends and allies, working together to create a new and harmonious future. Life on Xylara had begun to settle into a new rhythm as the humans and aliens continued to learn from each other. The cultural exchanges and shared experiences had created a strong bond between them. However, a dark cloud was about to cast a shadow over their newfound friendship. One morning, as Lyra, Mira, and Zara were discussing plans for further integration with the humans, an urgent message arrived from Xylara's command center. The message was a warning. The Galactic Council had discovered the presence of humans on Earth. The Council was a powerful and authoritarian group that controlled many parts of the galaxy. They had not forgotten Earth and were determined to investigate this new development. Lyra read the message with growing concern. "The Galactic Council is sending a fleet to Xylara. They've learned about the humans and want to see what's happening here," she said, her voice filled with worry. Mira and Zara exchanged uneasy glances. "We need to prepare," Mira said firmly. "The council won't come here just to talk. They'll want to assess the threat and possibly eliminate it." The alien girls quickly gathered the humans and informed them of the situation. Emily and John, who had become close to the girls, were shocked and frightened. "What do we do?" Emily asked, her voice trembling. Lyra took a deep breath. "We must defend ourselves. The Galactic Council is powerful, but we have to show them that we won't be easily intimidated. We need to work together and protect what we've built here." The alien girls and humans sprang into action. The Xylarians activated their defensive systems and began to fortify their base. The humans, although nervous, offered their help. They assisted in preparing the facility's defenses and shared their knowledge of tactics and strategy. As the Galactic Council's fleet approached, tension filled the air. The alien girls and humans were ready for a confrontation. They took their positions, monitoring the fleet's movements and preparing for any possible attack. The Council's ships were sleek and imposing, their dark hulls glinting ominously in space. As the fleet entered Xylara's orbit, a communication channel was established. The Council's leader, a stern-looking alien with a commanding presence, appeared on the screen. "This is the Galactic Council," the leader's voice boomed. "We have received reports of humans being revived on Earth. We wish to inspect the situation." Lyra stepped forward to address the leader. "We understand your concerns, but the humans are under our protection. They mean no harm, and we have a right to our own decisions." The council leader's eyes narrowed. "We cannot ignore this matter. We will proceed with our inspection. Any interference will be met with severe consequences." The communication ended, and the alien girls and humans prepared for the worst. The council's fleet began to move closer, and the tension mounted. The Xylarians and humans worked together to monitor the approaching ships and coordinate their defense strategies. As the first wave of council ships descended toward Xylara, they encountered a fierce resistance. The Xylarians used their advanced technology to create powerful energy shields and defensive weapons. The humans contributed their knowledge of tactical maneuvers and strategies, making the defense more effective. The battle was intense. The Council's ships fired powerful beams and missiles while the Xylarians and humans fought back with everything they had. The sky over Xylara lit up with flashes of energy and explosions as the two sides clashed. Despite the fierce resistance, the Galactic Council was determined. Their fleet pressed on, and the battle continued to rage. The alien girls and humans fought bravely, knowing that the outcome of this confrontation would determine the future of their alliance. In the heat of the battle, the unity and courage of the Xylarians and humans shone brightly. They fought not just for their own survival, but for the future of their friendship and the possibility of a peaceful coexistence. As the conflict continued, it became clear that the Council underestimated the strength and determination of their opponents. The fight for Xylara and the protection of the humans had only just begun. The battle with the Galactic Council had been fierce, but the alliance of Xylarians and humans had prevailed. The Council's fleet, surprised by the strength and unity of the defenders, had been forced to retreat. Xylara and its new human inhabitants were safe for now. In the aftermath of the battle, the mood was a mix of relief and exhaustion. The alien girls, Lyra, Mira, and Zara, worked alongside the humans to repair the damage caused by the conflict. Emily, John, and the other humans pitched in, their spirits lifted by the victory and the hope for a brighter future. As the repairs continued, Lyra gathered everyone for a meeting. The purpose was to discuss the next steps and the future of their newly formed alliance. The room was filled with a sense of anticipation and hope. "We have shown that we can defend ourselves," Lyra began, addressing the group. "But now we need to focus on building a new future together. The Galactic Council may be a threat, but we can create something positive from this challenge." Mira nodded in agreement. "We've learned so much from each other. Our cultures have blended in amazing ways, and we've built a strong foundation for a new community. Let's use this opportunity to explore new horizons." John, who had become an important voice among the humans, spoke up. "We've seen how much we can accomplish when we work together. Let's continue to learn from each other and build something that benefits everyone. We can turn this into a place where our cultures thrive side by side." Zara, always optimistic, added, "We have the chance to create a new world here. We can develop new technologies, share knowledge, and build a society that values cooperation and understanding. This is our chance to start fresh." The meeting ended with a renewed sense of purpose. The Xylarians and humans set to work on their plans for the future. They began to focus on areas like technology, culture, and education. The goal was to create a society where both species could grow and prosper together. One of the first projects was to establish a new research center where Xylarian and human scientists could collaborate. They aimed to develop new technologies and explore ways to enhance both cultures. The center quickly became a hub of activity, with scientists working on everything from advanced energy sources to medical innovations. In addition to scientific progress, the community focused on cultural exchange and integration. New festivals were created that celebrated the traditions of both Xylarians and humans. Art, music, and food from both worlds were shared and enjoyed by everyone. The blending of cultures created a vibrant and exciting atmosphere. Education also played a crucial role in their new society. Schools and learning centers were established to teach both Xylarian and human students about each other's histories, languages, and ways of life. The goal was to foster mutual respect and understanding from a young age. As the years passed, Xylara transformed into a thriving hub of collaboration and creativity. The once war-torn planet now stood as a symbol of unity and progress. The alien girls and humans had turned their shared struggle into an opportunity for growth and discovery. The new alliance continued to face challenges, but their determination and friendship kept them strong. They remained vigilant, knowing that threats from the Galactic Council or other dangers could arise. However, their shared experiences had prepared them for whatever the future might bring. One evening, as the sun set over Xylara, Lyra, Mira, Zara, Emily, and John gathered on a hill overlooking the city. They watched as the lights of their thriving community twinkled below. "This is what we've worked for," Lyra said, her voice filled with pride. "We've built something incredible together. Our new world is a testament to what we can achieve when we stand united." Emily smiled, feeling a deep sense of belonging. "It's amazing to see how far we've come. We've created a new home, and it's a place where we can all thrive." As they looked out over the horizon, they knew that their journey was far from over. The future was full of possibilities, and they were ready to face it together side by side. The alliance of Xylarians and humans had found new horizons, and they were excited to explore them.